Blacka Moor Nature Reserve. Just doing a little recce. Some stepping stones down here. Just coming to have a look at them really. We're just on the Sheffield Road from Fox House. In Blacka Moor, I guess, being the nature reserve. It's just pretty much down to the river. See what these stepping stones are about. See if there's anything to revisit at some point. But crack. Yeah, well, you don't come and look, you don't find out. Went a couple of months back, found some stepping stones in Addersidge I weren't aware of. They're quite cool, quite a wide river crossing. And I just happened to see these other stepping stones marked on the map on this little woodland walk I'm on now. I thought I'll go and have a look then, because it, you never know, might be quite a cool bit of kit. And then that's it. But still, it's a lark, it's a day out. Not overly exciting on the stepping stone side of things, but it got me out of the house. I weren't gonna do anything particularly today, because weather was a bit random, but it's turned out actually quite reasonable. A couple of odd little showers here and there, but nothing of note so far. So I've just come down that way, which is a substantial drop in altitude. I could go back the same way and basically call it, but I'll make it a circular as soon as we're here. So this should put me back up to the main sort of car park, which were quite full when I came past. So I'm going to carry on up to that, across the road. I think I've got to go down the road a reasonable amount to get onto the green lane, just up from Fox House, and then that'll take me up towards the Oxstones. I'm not going that far, and then it'll turn me back on the side of Houndkirk Hill, which is one I've not really been aware of until I did a walk that way a couple of months ago. So I'll see if there's a trail what takes you up onto that. I'm going outside of it, so it's all pretty much a new route. So a bit of exploratory mission more than anything, and I say out's better than in, so it'll do. Job's a good one. But in the meantime, that away, a mountain bike run. A couple passed me on the downhill going down towards the stepping stones, and plenty of tyre tracks on this section as well. It's like going down and we've got to get back up. Trail goes round the bottom there, trail goes up there. Come and get that coat to looking at some point. Blacka Moor. So yeah, I have done this then from the other side. There's a trig point up there and Totley Tunnel air vent. So that's what'll be over that way. I just gotta follow this path around and it should bring me out to the to the car park. Just up here. There's the road. So when I get here, I've got to turn left. It's just past the junction. If you carry on that way to right, it goes to Sheffield. Go left and stay on the road itself. It takes you to Fox House, and then there's the junction what forks off and joins onto up near Longshore Estate. So that's where this car park is, right on that junction. So I've just got to turn left. Probably deeper than my boots in some places, so I'll bypass most of it. And yeah, so I'm going to turn left and onto the green lane, what'll take me up to Houndkirk Hill. Go and give that a coat looking at. Well, than that, not really much to film on this one particularly. Just a bit of a woodland and open moorland sort of thing. Nothing too dramatic. I'll say it's all pretty much a new one to me, so it's all good, if not overly exciting. I'll say I'm hoping the stepping stones would have been along the Dovedale, Hathersage calibre, but not so much. But you don't go and have a look, you don't find out. So that was the object of the exercise really. So as far as that goes, mission accomplished. But I don't need to revisit particularly, unless it's just to say like a dog walk loop really. Not too bad on that score. So over just through here, I'm going to right to take me back to the car. I think this path here basically would take me along the side of the road, along the top of the woodland, and bring me out somewhere over that way. The Blacka Moor site, 447 acres. Yeah, so that'll take me back to the car through the top of the woods. I'm just going to go up here, I say, and break left along the road for not too far. I think then there's a path what'll kick off to my right, what'll drop me onto the green lane. Never seen that before. Site of Stony Ridge Toll Bar, closed 1884. Footpath sign over there, just on this little left hand corner. About where that car is now. So I want to brake off to my right. So you got Mother's Cap, that lone rock outcrop on this horizon in front of me, and then Overholer Tor at the peak of that, and that's looking over to Wet Withens, Moor and Eam, that transmitter towers at Eam, or above Eam. And then the lump of Kinder Scout, Edale Moor, just off there, that plateau. I've got to brake right here at this footpath. Right, I say that's the end of that road, push onto the road itself. So this is the green lane. That's going to take me over to Houndkirk Hill. Follow this green lane for maybe a mile. Abandoned galloways. Cut over the moor there, put you onto Burbage Rocks, north and south. Stoops. Sheffield 17. What's that one? can't read them. Still on this green lane that comes up from Fox House over yonder. That's one of the cutbacks to follow that and turn left the other side of that fence. It'll take you down to the intersection between Burbage North and South. I'm just going to carry on along here. There's another path that comes from that direction, and then I'm going to turn right, I think, to Houndkirk Hill, which has just come into view. And if I take this right foot, which that hill there in front of Houndkirk Hill, there should be a path that takes me down this side in that little crux of it, I think. That's the sort of planned route at the moment. A good overview, sort of northeast to eastish. Just see one at power stations highlighted on the horizon over there, just silhouetting against the cloud slightly. Cotton, is it? West Bridgeford, one of them. Side at Trent. And Sheffield there in the basin. Junction 32 wind turbines. Right, when I came last time, I came up from Burbage, so I came through that way and then went up there. Now the path allegedly cuts over this way, but it does seem to go a little bit and then fade into open moorland, which might be a mission. Well, I'll get a coat looking at 100 metres or so and see what we're talking about. Always fun when the marked path just up there, it's split. It's not much of a path at the best of times, and it's extremely squidgy, shall we say. So of course you have a bit of a gamble, do I go left or do I go right? Both are a bit nondescript. So I went left, and I think basically I'm following a watercourse which is fading to not a lot, but it's one of them, you're kind of committed now, you've got to fight your way back through all that lot and find another way, or carry on and hope it gets a bit more defined. Or certainly no deeper. I'll settle for not deeper because I can just trudge through it at the minute, but you certainly got to keep your wits about you. Try and stay on top of the vegetation, displace your weight a bit. Oh, you bugger! Like that one just went down a little bit further than anticipated. It seems to have be a bit more defined at the minute. Very squidgy underfoot, to say the least. Big marshland. That's always a bad sign, potentially anyway, that things are going to get squidgier still. Yep, the path has definitely vanished from not really a path to not at all a path. We're back in the bogs again, for sure. Just trying to make my way over to that heather rather than in these reeds, because heather will generally be a bit drier ground. It might actually be a border where the path and the marsh cuts, if there is a path there, but either way I can get into that heather. It's easier to off-piste through that than it is through this, generally, he says, optimistically. I've got to get through this shit first, mind it, and I have no clue what's under my feet at the moment, but a lot of vegetation should, I'd say, displace me. I'm going into deep. Nope. That doesn't seem to be a path either, but it gets me out of this. I was a bit sceptical when I started that path. It looked a bit, you know, like we were going to fade to note, and sure enough it did. Alright, we're in the which I say usually is a bit better going. Not always. Oh yeah, bastard, like that. That was definitely over my boot. Bugger. So much for that theory. Not any indication of path by any means. There was a post just over that corner now. Let's just see what my navigation is saying. Well, they am allegedly on the path. Oh yeah, bugger. Certainly optimistic, and that was deep as well. I think I might have just recovered before I went over, but I ain't sure. My left foot feels a little bit moist. My right foot I think is okay at the moment. Still time for things to go silly. Alright, there's a post. Well, I wasn't planning any off-piste today, but it is what it is. You get into it, you just have to plod on to get out, and it can't do to beat it. You can't turn around, because that'd be next to pointless. You've got to fight your way back further than you've got to fight your way forward. The post there would indicate some sort of signpost. I've just intersected the path. So where that goes or comes from, I presume it does come from where I've just come, because they're walking on it now. I obviously I must have just lost it slightly and gone into the Badlands, but hey ho. Took a sheep trod or something and took me off the trail. That one I'll take you up onto that bit of a hillock. So the path here should take me right and down to the car if I go down there, but I'm just going to go up this one first. Should take me up onto the top of this Houndkirk hill. Get a coat of looking at, see if there's anything of interest to either photo or fly or whatever with drone. Anything along those lines. And that basically to the summit of Houndkirk Hill. And nice little sort of rock outcrop. Yeah, that's Green Lane comes down there, just behind that and over there, and then over there on that horizon, what's sticking out is Ogstones. A couple of people over there, and that plane wreck, allegedly at least, is on that hill there. But yeah, not bad little rock outcrop, got potential for something. Don't know what. That's it then. Just drop back down to that crossroads and then down to the road there. There's road and there's car. So that about concludes the loop, or it will do when I get down there. And also just going to start to rain as well. So just put the coat back on. So to the crossroads. So if I take this path now, so I should drop me down to the car. Bit of quarry affair. That's back to the road. Turn right a couple 100 metres, if that. But not even that. I can see the lay-by. Keep shut. It's kind of what you think. Climb the bugger, fucking a bit. Seat car from here. Up here, 100 metres, closes the loop. As the footpath I took on the down to the stepping stones. Yeah, nice little loop, I suppose. A little bit of unanticipated off-piste along the path that wasn't, and a little bit of a shower towards the end, but no dramatic, so all good. 6.8k, so that just over 4 mile.